Good. We can stop. Thank you for coming up.
Hello.
Hello. I don't know what this is about.
That was a wonderful coffee cake.
Oh, I'm glad.
I said that
Okay.
was wonderful coffee cake.
Sharon made the coffee cake.
I'll move this in front of you so you can face her.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, I've been involved with focusing now for 4 to 5 years. I've had some powerful, deeply moments that I still carry with me. One was with you, over at the blood bank. I had a question, and if my life were at stake now, I couldn't tell you the content.
That's right.
It was very important to me.
You have the you of it.
But in asking the question, I got hit here. And the experience wasn't what I'd expected. It was, I felt your presence. I had this, oh, he is really interested. So it hit home the importance of my presence
Yeah.
when I'm with people in a powerful way.
Yeah.
So the process of focusing has been a clarity of the best of moments of an ongoing growth and development in myself. But it's been some awful moments. And my struggle, where I'm troubled and confused, is in how to handle these difficult moments. I am a child of fairly extreme emotional neglect, which makes me very, very sensitive, more sensitive than I'd like to be, to misattunement or an absence of attunement, and they're
Yeah.
different. So in the ongoing training to become more skilled, when I'm acutely sensitive when the listener is feeling caught in the method, anxious.
This is now a therapist who's helping you?
I wouldn't. No, we're doing training.
Partnership.
Partnerships.
Oh, okay.
So there are partnerships with people who are
okay.
therapists and partnerships with people who
So
are
you
not.
very easily pick up their tension and their fear or whatever. is
That's
going
right.
on.
And I don't want to hurt feelings.
You don't want to hurt their feelings.
That's right. But it interferes.
Oh, sure.
So when I know what it feels like to have been listened to, where there's I can't put my finger, I can't find words.
Well, at least you're saying, and I think at least, you're saying more than that, but at least that when you have a tense, fearful, something or other, upset listener, then what goes on in you cannot be like when you have an open listener. And it very well demonstrates the identity of relating and focusing. But I wouldn't expect you to. Would you expect yourself to be able to focus the same way?
Well, it shifts into, as I've been trusting the process more. If I am really genuine, authentic, I would say, I hate this.
Yes. Yes. Well, you hate it anyway, even if you're
Yes.
not genuine.
Yes.
And that's a bigger point than the joke. And what I mean is, that which I can't accept in myself is already true. So I don't really have to accept it. It's already true. But anyway, I follow you.
It's better, it feels
If
better.
it were just entirely for you,
Yes.
then you could say it.
Exactly.
But you have to consider the other human being too, so you don't
That's
say
right.
that.
So, no. So it's a troublesome point of, do I just, is this just me with myself saying, I hate this moment, and I'm going to put up with the other person, the listener.
Yeah, right. And there you could go in further a little bit. I could just say back to you, but more for the purposes of holding on to it. I say this kind of thing all the time. I will say this back to you, I say, so that we can stay with it, and then see what's actually why you hate it so much. Is it because it should be different? And there's a guess of mine, but it's only an invitation. Something in you hates that.
Okay, and I even hate that.
That's a whole step.
Okay?
That's a whole step. You not only hate this moment with that tense person, but you also hate hating it. Is that what you meant?
No, I hate a reflection like that.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know what that's about, but I do know that's a pattern.
Well, let's go see what that's
Yeah.
about, because I would like to know that too. Now, was that an invitation to focus, or was that a relational thing? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
No, I know. I'm interrupting you. And
Yeah.
I apologize.
No, I agreed to this. I'm just giving a feedback. I don't really care
Well,
about
I bragged
that.
about how I would forget about them, and now I'm not forgetting about them. So I don't feel so good about that. But okay.
Okay.
Okay, you don't mind.
I can only get in touch with an irritant.
It's an irritant. That's what it is. It's a feeling of
Right
being
now, that's it. Yeah,
irritated.
I don't want,
It's again the same thing.
it's the
like
same,
I'm
I don't like
reflected
the
back.
mirror.
Right.
Yeah, I don't need to hear.
You're telling me not to do that. Okay.
Right, no, but somehow I don't need to hear my exact words or anything. I just want you to take it in.
Okay.
And I can't, there's confusion as to why it would bother me.
Well, it feels good to me that you're doing that, because it's the opposite of the thing where you're stuck trying to accept the other person the way they are, and you're just supposed to make the best of it. And here you're actually telling me, don't do that. And I ain't going to do it for a while at least.
Yeah, well, I already have a sense you're strong enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can
Yeah,
take
you don't
the,
need that either.
no,
You didn't mean that?
I don't need what either.
My being glad that you can do this here.
No, I need that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, that's different because, there's a person there.
Aha. This reflecting business feels to you like there's no person there, just a parrot or something. That's not them. It's giving you back yours.
All right, I hadn't noticed this before. I'm not sure of this. I don't fully trust
Okay.
my own sense, but it's sort of an inkling that if you just parrot back, it's an intrusion. And I want to know there's a person.
So I don't know what to say now, but I like it. I take it in. I'm not
Yeah.
going to repeat it, but I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to know that I can trust you on that. That,
Okay, you can trust me to be here. and not just to stay inside reflection. I don't know if you can trust me not to reflect because I do it so constantly that I might do it again, but I don't intend to.
That was different because you were reflecting, you were engaged, the me.
You could feel me in that.
I could feel you in there.
Because if you reflect back, then you're messing into my business in some sense. Whereas if I hear from you, that's you. Is it like that?
If I have something from you where I feel I exist for you, I've touched you, I've gotten to you, yeah, I feel more present.
Ah.
If I'm just getting my words, even though I trust you're feeling your way along to stay checking in on the attunement,
Then you're over there by yourself,
that's, yes, I'm,
floating over there.
yes,
I get it, I get it.
yeah, okay, that's good.
I get it, and it's real interesting because it's the reverse of what I would have said, and yet I understand it very well.
Okay, well, I don't know what you would have said.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Yeah. See, that gets me interested.
Oh,
See, that-
okay, well, I'll tell you afterwards.
But no, I like that, and
You meant by getting interested that it was a good thing I did. not
Yes,
that I
yes,
didn't
yes,
have
no.
to hear it this minute.
again, I feel like I exist.
Sure, makes sense. You exist in the interaction. You
Yes,
exist by touching
right.
me and seeing that you did.
All right, so now, here's a moment where I'm not sure if I'm doing something in my interest, in my own development or not. Almost from the beginning of my work as a therapist analyst, I have wanted to come from someplace inside. If I hadn't lived it, I don't know when I came up with this, but if I haven't lived it, I can't do much for somebody else. So from I think my anxiety, my fear is that since I know the difference between the skilled therapist listener and the less skilled, I put myself in that second group.
That I haven't understood. The skilled therapist is the one that you hear, you feel him, her.
Yeah,
you
you're
hear.
skilled. I can feel,
Oh, that's what
experience
skilled
you're
is.
skilled.
See, for us now, that's the word skilled means that. Then it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. And you put yourself in the less skilled group while
Yeah,
you're doing
right.
that?
So since I hate those moments of misattunement, if I'm really, I could do my old way, which was in training in hypnosis, I experienced myself with a beginner hypnotist, and I just went thump, and I actually saw the image of a steel door. I stopped listening to the guy, and I went off on my own trip. And I always said, ooh, I saw my dissociative process. Isn't that interesting? It's a steel door. I think I prefer having the door lifting and having these uncomfortable
Yeah,
feelings of, I hate this.
yeah.
I'm
But
irritated.
are you hating it as a therapist or as the client?
I'm the client when
You're the
I'm
client,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm the one being
Okay,
listened to.
okay.
But then I put myself, oh, is that how people feel when I'm
I
their
do
therapist
it.
when I do it?
Oh, okay.
Why should it be
okay.
any different?
Well, do you just say back? Do you do the thing
Do
you
what?
hate?
No, no. I was never trained. That's some of my discomfort with this whole focusing training. I'm adapting it to my own way, which is way I introduce it with, excuse me, can I interrupt you? And I want permission for that.
Yeah,
And I don't always get that.
that's fine. But when you
yeah.
get it, then what do you do?
Then I'll
with
say,
it?
I want to check something out.
I see. And that to you is better because you're manifesting yourself and your intent.
Ah, okay, yeah. I hadn't seen it that way. Yeah, because I'm thinking that it might be a pretty simple thing. I really like your foof, foof, foof. See, for me, the
Yeah.
foof, foof, foof
Yeah,
it's playful, and it's a less intense level of, I hate this.
yes.
The
yes.
intensity of
Yes,
it
it's back
is,
to the hate. I was also coming back to it. Back to the hate. Is that because you're supposed to put up with it? Is that because you're supposed to think it's okay? Is that? But right now you're almost saying why it is. The less intense this thing makes it not so hateful. I think you. No, you didn't mean that. I didn't understand what you meant.
it has to do with what can be handled. I don't know whether it's my own baggage that says I don't think that you could handle my hate,
Yeah.
although you did.
Yeah, I can, but
Right.
it's not clear that the shaky person that you're describing
That's right.
can handle it.
Right. So if I'm sensing there's somebody shaky,
But okay.
for me, it's not a question that can be asked. Can you stand it if I hate you?
Yeah, no, you can't do that. But
No.
does it mean you can't do anything? You're just
No,
supposed to
so I'm-
swallow it down?
Yeah, that's been that point that was not clear and was confusing. But I can imagine saying the woof woof. What would it do to you?
Ah, yeah, it's already different.
Right? What would it do to you if I said no, 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 or woof 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 woof?
Yeah.
Somehow woof 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 woof. I would wait to see if somebody, it tickles my funny bone. And that feels more comfortable. So I would hope that it might tickle the funny bone of the shaky person.
If you didn't just say, oh, that's terribly wrong what you said, or you would simply say, oh, put that aside. I want to tell you again.
I've done that.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. It makes you less hate.
I'm trying, yes. Yeah, I wasn't aware that if I say, no, 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 or no, that's not it, it's the thread into the hate is pretty clear. It's,
It feels like you're expressing the hate. I haven't understood the thread into the hate. If you say, no, no, that's not it at all.
I can experience, I can feel the thread into
The hate is
the
right
hate.
there.
Yeah, that's right. It's bubbling. It's a cauldron.
And what you hate is having to express yourself from the depth to somebody who isn't going to get it. That's a try. I don't mean it.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Yeah, if somebody doesn't want to go there, I want to respect that.
But then it leaves you.
It leaves me, but
Right.
there's something about going, foof, 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 foof,
That lightens it.
that internally transforms it.
Ah.
There's something that I didn't understand when you were doing it earlier that appealed to me. There's something there.
There's something there. And
With the foof, foof, foof,
it's
foof.
not the hate. It's an alternative. It gets you out of having to hate.
Well, I can laugh at myself. There's an element of laughing, a lightness of...
There's a lightness to it. Yes, yes.
Of,
There's a laughing to it. It's not so desperate.
uh-huh. I'm not sure of this. I don't know if it's something that's wanting and we'll try and make something be that isn't because the wanting is so great. But it sort of feels to have the misattunement lighter.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, the misattunement is not as important. It's not a life issue. It's not.
Right.
I get it.
Okay, with my mother, it was a life issue.
Yeah, there.
So there's something in the lightening of the touch
Right,
of that moment
Gets it out of repeating that.
that sets back. Okay, that's
Yes.
baggage. I can
I'm past that.
well, I don't know that I'm past it.
No,
I
in
carry
this
it.
moment
In
only.
this, that's right. In this moment, oh wait, I can disengage.
Yes, yes, yes.
And it doesn't feel so heavy in,
Yes.
wait, this is just,
I won't get better from
no,
that.
no. So, just to, the lighter touch, the foof, foof, foof.
Yes. It gives you
yeah.
a breath of fresh air there in that spot. Well, that's too much maybe, but it's something. It lets you laugh. It takes away the heavy.
Yeah, takes
That
away
is
the
that.
heavy,
That is
and that's where I'm testing out the word, whoa, is that somehow the word transformation feels a little bit too big deal.
Too big, yeah.
But it's on that movement, so it's in that of development. So something's developing there.
Yes, yes, I can feel that. Something is developing there. And all the words I can think of are too big also. Some freedom, some going free from that, something not life and death, not being unseen.
It's an alternative to having a button pushed and a reaction.
Right. It's an alternative. Yes, I get it. It's an alternative. I don't have to be re-stimulated on that old thing.
And have the hatred.
Flood up.
Yeah, I think it's the rising up. It's the steam is, okay, there's the cauldron there. And yes, the sensitivity to misattunement is, I don't want to give that up.
No.
That's
from the beginning I felt that, but I misunderstood you there. It's the re-stimulating that makes it heavy. It's not that you don't accept.
Yeah, there's heaviness, but I also think too hot to handle.
Yeah, because the other person will, whatever, be hurt. No.
Yeah, no.
It's too hot to handle.
It's too hot to
you also.
Yeah, too hot to handle for me.
Yeah, I didn't get it right.
And
Sure.
also too hot to handle in the other person.
It's too hot to handle for the other person, but it's too hot for you to have to,
Yeah, we're just in a focusing partnership.
Right.
Part of that contract is not to be handling all this hot stuff.
Amen. Who wants to live their mother over again? Just
Right.
To be in a focusing partnership.
Yeah. And my mother, your mother.
Anybody.
Yeah. I mean, we don't want a relationship between our mothers.
Between our mothers.
No way.
Right, that's right. We won't just have your mother, then we have the other person's too, of course.
I don't know what your mother did.
Amen.
I mean, whoa. I can't handle my mother. I don't want to have to handle your mother.
Agreed.
So, yeah. Yeah, but it really, okay, so it really gives another dimension as a therapist to be open to the feeling of, whoa, I think this is too hot to handle.
Yes.
And to refine, let me see here about just a light touch here maybe.
Yes.
Just to let a little of the steam, to be open to it. I don't know where that'll take me, but I like it.
That's an opening. It's a direction.
Yeah.
It's not here yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, thank you.
I think we did okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.